Hello everybody, I am Omega Recon Gaming. Let's just cut the intros and just get into the meat of things. I want to make a correction here. I'll probably make a whole separate video on this, but in a previous anime review, I made a huge mistake. I said that My Hero Academia was trash. It's not. It's really good, especially season 3. I just binged, a few. I think it was a full week ago. I binged watched the whole series and then watched the movie. I just watched it again with my best friend because he didn't see it. He only watched the first 3 seasons. I watched it all in dub. And the dub is very solid, extremely. I liked a lot of the characters. We're not here about My Hero Academia. Just My Hero Academia. We're here about several animes. What game could bring all these animes into one big game? How about Jump Force? A 50-year anniversary in the making. So that must mean it must be good. They must mean they put a lot of effort to show their fans how much they appreciate them, how much they just really care about this game. Man, the English dub must match the sub, the dialogue. They must have got that to match, because they like their English users just as much as everyone else. They must have made the game look great. They must have had a lot of characters from a lot of the different manga. It's not like they would only put one character from their new manga and completely disrespect their new manga users and only put several characters from other manga. So some of them are good, but it does not excuse what they did. So I'm just gonna drop the pretenses here. Let's start with my first problem with Jump Force. The characters. They did make some good choices. However, they made several poor choices. Kaguya. Need I say more? No. Doesn't need to exist. Next. The lack of female characters. What the fuck? You could have had Uraka. You could have had Froppy. I know that's not her name, but it's Sue. She likes to be called Sue. You could have had Tsunade, Sakura even, Tamari, Sarda, Hinata, Android 18, Videl. Plenty more, but that's a good starting list. None of those characters. No. I would have even settled for Noelle, even though I fucking hate her in Black Clover. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so if maybe you can get over the fact that there's not as much female representation. Even though they could have easily gone for the sex appeal, which shonen fucking do all the time, but whatever. Throw that out the window, whatever. Maybe you can get past that. But what you can't get past is the disrespect to the new manga. I'm talking about My Hero, Black Clover, Boruto. Oh, well, Fist of the North Star isn't old, but it definitely had a new game out recently. I think it was last year, yeah. It was North Paradise or something. I think it was to coincide with the new movie. I think. Don't hold me to that. I'm not too familiar with Fist of the North Star. I think I saw like one movie, and that was it. It was a good one. It was very gory. I'm not too one for gore. The only ones I'm okay with gore is like Mortal Kombat and Doom. Other than that, I don't like blood. Don't like blood. But the Fist of the North Star was good. I did like that. Not too much of it though, because it's very gory. But all these games I met. Oh, and let's throw Yu-Gi-Oh into the mix. Only had one character. Oh, let's not forget the character that they pretty much lied about, Light Yagami, who is not even a playable character. That's right, the character people were like, oh man, I wonder how he's gonna play. You don't get to play as him. He's not a playable character. Really? Like, they knew. They knew. So, back to the fact that you can only play as one of those characters from each. So, My Hero Academia, who did they pick? Midoriya or Deku. Okay. But they picked the Season 2 version of him. Though they did add the leg shoot style for free. At least on PC. Which is, you know, they had a whole separate character for that. Don't know why, but they did do it for free, so I will let that slide. However, why only one character? Why not All Might, Uraka, like I said before, Todoroki, Ide, frickin' Bakugo? You know, his rival. Not to mention the many Froppy, another female. Where are those characters that we love and adore so much? We've been following this bitch for 3 seasons. With the 4th one on the way this October. And the dub is coming out for the movie is coming out soon. How more insulting can you be to My Hero Academia? Okay. Many of you may not play My Hero Academia. How about Yu-Gi-Oh? It's Dark Side of Dimensions. And the best Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Like, even it's great. It's amazing. I love that movie. And Yami Yuki's the only playable character. You could have had Seto Kaiba, had his blue eyes and Obelisk be his, like, things, and, you know, there's also, like, you could have used Sagi, the Dark Clown, one of his, you could have used X-Head Cannon, whatever, you know, multiple different things that he uses within the show. You could have had Joey Wheeler, who uses Red Eyes. He could use, Thermos. He could use the Wing Dragon, I don't know, Wing Jet, Barrack, Bakura, I don't know. Taya? Not Taya. Or Mai. But, get my point there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a huge franchise. And they just said, fuck it. It's still going to this day with V-Range. V-Range is good. Just said, fuck it. Alright, moving on to another one. Let's see. Black Clover. Another good show. How many characters? Asta, the only one. Fuck Yuno, Noel, Gordon maybe, Luck, Magna, Melissa, Gray, Yami, the Yami from Black Clover, not the Yami from. There's more, but you get my point. Like, how much more disrespectful can you be to the new anime? Okay, all right. Well, what about the choices from the animes that are there? Well, don't care about One Piece. Don't care about JoJo. Don't care about. Oh wait, JoJo got 2 characters. Why does JoJo get 2 characters? Not any of the other new franchises that a lot more people like. The fuck? They can disrespect that franchise all I want. I fucking don't like JoJo. I mean, I can understand why people like One Piece. I just don't like it, personally. It's got thousands of episodes. Whew. Like, it's so insulting. This is to celebrate the anime that we know and love. That we watched and read the mangas, and we've shown our support. We went to anime cons. We do videos on this. We cosplay. And the amount of characters that they show for... They should have given 3 characters each series. Okay? 3, at least. And if they wanted to add more, that's fine. Bare minimum. Having one... Even Smash. Smash Bros. Adds more than one from each series. For the most part. And everyone's going to be playing Smash. Nobody's going to be playing Jump Force in a few months. And this is like Capcom Infinite #2. This is what this is. Smash Bros. Destroys it. Because it knows how to do crossovers. The game... Smash is a fun game. That's what it is first. It's a fun game. I don't play all the games in those franchises, but I at least have fun with the characters, even though I have no idea who some of them are. But I still have fun with them, and bare minimum, that's what you asked for. Jump Force doesn't have that. Some of these characters I don't know, and I don't care about them, but yet I still don't have fun with them. Now, I'm gonna... Full disclosure here. I don't own Jump Force. My best friend bought it. And his buyer remorse, whew! I wanted to break that in half. Man, this dude was so savage. He was like, he took the game out, threw it in the trash, and then he was like, alright. I was like, dude, you could try to sell that back to GameStop or some shit. And he's like, it's like, you won't make all your money back. But then you could just be like, man, it's like brand new. It's like, I put it in the trash though, but this game is trash, so now it's at least not false advertising. And I needed that because we just sat and played that garbage ass game for several hours. And that joke kind of like made me feel a little better, but inside I still hurt. Just like Quiet Man, my heart, it's still just... It left a chip in me. And that chip does not leave. Sure, at moments the gameplay is fine. Just that. It's fine. It does not elevate itself to any better. It stays fine. But I couldn't give it a point there. In fact, I will get to my rating later, so... Jump Force made me so angry. I canceled its review. I'm going to review Jump Force here, but I'm not going to put it on my gameplay channel because I don't want that trash on my channel. It's so insulting. It's not like Fighters is a fun game. Fighters was so fun from the beginning of the year that no fighting game topped it, and it won Best Fighting Game at the Game Awards. Just like God of War won Best Game of the Year, and it was like the first game of the year. Same thing for Dragon Ball Z Fighters. People were hyped at Fighters. It looked great. And when we played the beta, we were like, hell yeah, let's fucking go. And how's the game when it came out? Hell yeah, it was fucking awesome. The gameplay's fun, it looks great, it felt like fucking Dragon Ball. Finally, a game where, sure, the story's but, it introduces a character that's fucking cool. Android 21's cool. She looks cool. She's got a great voice, English and sub. And, it's... The multiplayer is amazing. I love it. It's fun. Even though I suck, I still had fun. Jump Force, what do you do in multiplayer? You lose to spam. I couldn't stop the spam. It literally... I lost the spam. Every single time. I tried to be good, but everyone just spammed. Unlike fighters where you win because you're fucking good, you know, and you combo on combos on your combos. Nope, you just need to spam and you win and you win. I even gave it to my friend because my friend's much better at the fighting games, and even he's like, yeah, that's dominant strategy. That's like the lowest bar you can sink in a fighting game. When everyone's just spamming and not using good techniques. What do I even say, man? Like, it's the worst anime game I've ever played. Ever. Yeah. And if Quiet Man wasn't the worst game I've ever played, then Jump Force would probably take that spot. Now it'd be close. It's definitely in the top 5 worst games I've ever played. The game looks awful. They look like fucking sausage people, and I hate it. I didn't like it at E3, but I thought the concept was cool, and I was like, maybe they can make the game fun, and they'll have a lot of characters that I can enjoy. They didn't do either of those things. There's nothing that I like about this game. The only thing that I can say about this game is that when I play it, put it in the console, it starts up and it runs. Congratulations. You run. I can't give it any. The music's forgettable. The game is forgettable. Like the stages. The only one I remember is like the human stage, like where but that's it. Stories. Whew. That is bad. Like that made like. Also, there was no skipping at the time I was making this. They're going to be adding if they haven't added already. But how do you not add one of the most basic features? It proves just how rushed this game was. Like, just every time I talk about this game, I just feel the anger because it just was so much buyer's remorse. I didn't buy the game, but my friend, I just felt so bad. Like he wanted to buy Mortal Kombat, but I'm gonna get it through GameFly, and honestly, I extremely disagree with the reviews of other professional reviewers. They're giving it a 6. That's too high. Like, that's way too high. You know? They're entitled to their opinion. Though the people who said this game's Game of the Year, you're full of shit. No. I can agree that everyone can have their own opinion. But to say this game is 10 out of 10 worthy, you're full of garbage. You're full of garbage. The only mentioning worth is the gameplay that people say is fucking good. And just get good, blah, 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 blah. Alright, even if the gameplay was spectacular, alright, let's give you that. That's only 1 point on my scale. What's 1 point? Maybe it's different on your scales, maybe 2, 3, you know. But can you honestly look over the shortness of characters? Can you honestly, can you say the game looks good? Can you say that the story's good? You know you can't say no. Even the reviewers are like, no, the story's terrible. Everyone's saying the story's garbage. So you be full of garbage if you. It makes me feel awful. This is why I hate playing terrible games, because it makes me feel awful. This is why I only want to play good games. This is why I like renting games, because I don't get buyer's remorse. Sure, I pay a lot of money up front, but I get to try at least 2 games a month, which means I get to play good games, and maybe a bad game will sneak into there. But for the most part, I play only good games now. Like since Jump Force as a whole has scored only 6 out of 10, I literally cannot play it anymore. I play. I've said games minimum seven, and even a 7, I'm like, it's it would really have to depend on the game for 7. But 8's safe. I would play a game that's 8 or higher. 8 or higher is safe. 7, that's the middle zone. 6, it would have to be like my favorite franchise. It would have to be Pokemon. It would, honest to God, have to be Pokemon. Or Naruto. I don't know if I'd do it for Dragon Ball. I did play a garbage Spyro game. That was like a 6. But, bottom line, I don't play garbage anymore. And this is why. I'm just going to cut the shit and give you the rating. 1 out of 10. It's a failure in all categories, as I said. I don't like the character choices. I don't like disrespect. I took off points for disrespect. Because the disrespect to the other franchises. It's not okay. Not okay. You need to treat your franchises equally. Sure, a lot of people love Naruto. I love Naruto. It's my favorite show. Okay? But Kaguya, nobody wanted Kaguya. You could have put Itachi. You could have put Orochimaru. You could have put Madara. The better villains. Pain. Hinata. I've already went into how many more better Naruto characters could have went instead of Kaguya, the character nobody liked. Nobody likes Kaguya. More people like Sakura than Kaguya. More people like Tenten than Kaguya. In fact, I like Tenten more than Kaguya. And Tenten is the character I hate the most. Because of how useless she is. But at least she is more developed than fucking Kaguya, who comes out of nowhere and... Bottom line. I don't like the character choices. I took off a point for that. So the point that I would have gone for the gameplay being okay, I was going to give it its, point in gameplay. But I took off a point in the end because of how disrespectful the character choices were. And how insulting the story was. I didn't give any point. I should have taken off points. Oh wait, I did take off points. I was sitting there thinking, I took off a point for some. So, the soundtrack, did it even have a soundtrack? It was so forgettable. I hate the character designs. I think I've went over that enough times. There's not much left. That's it. It's not replayable. Literally, my friend sold the game back. He accepted a lower price. He didn't care. He didn't want it in his life. If someone else wants to play that garbage, let him. At least he got something back. Maybe a minuscule amount, but... I know he said win it back, but maybe he got in-store credit instead. Because I know you get more back if you go for in-store credit. That probably would have been because... it's an insult that they charge $60. It's an insult. It's an absolute goddamn insult. I hate Jump Force. I hate it. It's an insult to the anime that not only I want... Even if I was not an anime fan, this is still an insult. It's still an insult because it's not fun. I get spammed to death because I can't enjoy the story, so I'll enjoy the oh wait, I can't enjoy the multiplayer because everyone's spamming and I can't stop them from doing that. And so Fighters is fun because everyone's fighting technically. You gotta be good. Like if you try to spam specials, you'll lose. You'll lose, especially with the new how much the key rate gauge is. Doesn't charge up fast enough after you use a key blast or whatever, like a special kind of key meter thing. Yeah. It's great. Fighters is a great game. It's fun. I bought it on my PC. Running max settings, baby. I bought Broly. I bought Vegito. the only two characters that I liked from the DLC, because I fucking hate Zamasu, and I don't like Gogeta that much. The new Broly's good. I probably should have bought him. Fidel's... I don't really like Bardock that much. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Oh yeah, Cooler. I don't care about him. And Goku and Vegeta, the base forms. I don't care. Jiren, I don't care about. Yeah, the DLC, I don't need it. Pretty much. Vegeto's the only one I wanted, and I love him. Using it is fun as shit. I love using his kicks. I love using his beam sword hand thing. The final Kamehameha! At the end of the day, Fighters is the best anime game I've ever played in my life. It's a true send-up to anime. Not just Dragon Ball, but to anime in general. It feels like the source material. It just bleeds Dragon Ball. Problems and all. How stalled out the story is. Literally what Dragon Ball does. Stalls everything out. The interactions. Yamcha does the pose. He does the fucking pose. It's great. You can make, in a reverse finisher, you can make Nappa do the pose. That's fucking... I would have never thought of that. What does Jump Force have? Deku being racist. Good. I'm done. Fuck you, Bandai. And fuck this game. You should be ashamed of yourselves, Shonen Jump. Should be ashamed. I'm done. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Whatever. I'm done.